Hello and welcome to my garden. Today I'm going to take you on a tour of my garden. My garden is about 50 meters away from the sea. I garden on a very sandy soil. I've been improving it for the last 11 and a half years since we moved into this house. I still got young kids, and you can see I got trampoline for them to keep them occupied in these times where they can't go out much. So as I was saying, I've been improving the garden with organic matter, seaweed, manure, anything I can get my hands on for 11 years. And I've been spreading every spring and sometimes twice a year, spread with bone meal or fish blood and bone, just to give plants a bit boost. And I'll start here in a corner by my back door. I have a beautiful Dicentra, or it's changed the name now, Bleeding Heart, with its most amazing pink flowers and yellow leaf. I don't know exactly which variety it is. And then here beside it I got Geranium Bill Wallace, absolutely beautiful just now. And then in this other pot I have Persicaria macrophylla Purple Fantasy, and I see that one is very strong because I also have Persicaria Red Dragon in there with the dark leaves. That one is not doing as well. That's the 3 pots that I have here. I planted these pots about 4 years ago, and I just start feeding the plants once they start growing. And here beside it I have a Linula Magnifica, I think it's called. Again, that's in a pot. And I have a snake bark acer just coming into leaf, and it's got a nice beautiful bark. I don't know if you can see very well. That's it. So I'm just going to take you now on kind of one side of the borders and then come on down the other side, hopefully if we have enough time. Here it's quite shady, so the sun, as you can see, is here now, but it doesn't come out. My garden is north facing, so the sun doesn't come out here until after 5, just in the evening. So I planted this border with mostly shade loving plants, some sun lovers as well, but which can take some shade. And here I got a lovely fern which is just coming into leaf. Most beautiful fern, very pretty. Some snakeheads, fritillarias, a lovely moss, saxifrage, and then this beautiful plant with blue flowers is Pulmonaria opale, and a heuchera. I got the label beside it, orange berry. This here is just coming into flower is Epimedium amberqueen, and this amazing exotic imperial tulips. They've been flowering for a few weeks now. And then the other one, the green one, is called Green Dance. Very pretty tulips. I've got a lovely yellow Corydalis here, Corydalis lutea, I think it's called. That dark leaf, it's a lilium. I grew that lilium from seed, and it's been flowering for the last 2 or 3 years. It's very pretty, and I've forgotten the name. I think I did have a label beside it, but I don't know. This plant with prickly leaves, it's Loasa cantifolia. It stings very badly if you touch it. I grew that from seed last year, and it's a very unusual plant. Looking forward to see it in flower. Hopefully it will flower this year. Beside there I have a Campagnola glomerata. That's looking pretty good. Ginger ale heuchera here. Pimpinella, I think it's called this one. It's like cow parsley kind of flower, just coming into flower. That's got pink flowers. And then this beauty here is Pulmonaria Diana Claire, and beside it I have a Lamium, the self-seeded. This is a beautiful Philadelphus. It's gonna flower soon. And then here, climbing up by shade, got a rose, very scented rose, climbing rose. I also have a Clematis, I think this is the president. And I also have, which you can just see it coming into leaf, Zacchebia quinata. You see the bumblebees love, absolutely love this plant. This is Pulmonaria angustifolia, and all pulmonarias are loved by bumblebees and are a very good plant to have in the garden in the springtime, because it's a very good source of pollen for the bees, especially for the queen bees. Not sure which one is this one, but it's very pretty. Popping through, I have quite a few alliums coming into. See, they have flower buds. I have Veronica Gentianoides here, and my Hikera. And then that purpley flowers are violas, and the tall spiky ones are Muscari latifolium, very pretty. And at the back there, I've got a lovely geum. That's Branera Emerald Gold, and next to it is Hikera Brass Lantern, and then in front of it, there, I've got Tiarella Spring Symphony. I forgot to mention here, beside this Pulmonaria, I have Branera Jack Frost, so it's just a lovely tapestry of leaves here. Stand back so you can see it a bit better. I had a lovely double primula here, which I still have, but it's coming to the end of this flowering period. It's been beautiful since March. Got snakehead fritillaria there, and then that is Echinanthus campanulatum, I think, or campanulata, something like that. That's in a pot because it likes acidic soil, and I don't have acidic soil, so I put it in a pot. Erythronium versicolor, or Cupreum versicolor, something like that. Very beautiful. And I have some anemones here coming, wind anemones. A lovely, lovely Narcissus poeticus there. And then the pink flower there is Pulmonaria rubra, and then the Spanish bluebells that I just inherited. I never planted them, but I have learned to live with them, because no matter how much you try, you cannot get rid of them. And then there, just coming into bud, it's Geum banana daquari, Heuchera and Heucherellas. This one here with a very pinky kind of leaf is Heucherella sweet tea. The one behind it with a violet dark purpley leaf, I don't know the name of. Then I also have here another pinky one that I don't know the name of. Got some lovely, lovely tulips just coming into flower, and because it's shady here, they are not flowering. The ones that are in sun are actually flowering, but these ones are later, so it's nice because it extends the season. So if you want to extend the season for your tulips, plant them somewhere where they only get the sun in the evening, and then you get extended the season for your tulips. I've got a lot of Welsh poppies. They just have seed everywhere, and I weed and weed and weed. But because that one is growing right at the base of that Deutzia, nothing else will grow there. And I do not like to see any bare soil. I just leave it. The Deutzia is doing fantastic, and if you look closely, it's covered in flower buds. And it's a beautiful Deutzia, very pink. And then here, climbing on the fence, I've got a Solanum. Solanum, try to think what the other name is. Can't remember. I grew this from a very tiny cutting, and it's just gone mad. I still have the seed heads on thistle. That yellowy leaf plant is a geum called Eon. And I have another Heuchera. This one could be Pallas purple, but again, I don't know for sure. A lot of my plants came from cuttings from friends and family that never keep the labels for anything. Here I got an Ranunculus floriplena with a dark, so it's like buttercup but double, very beautiful, and that's just coming into flower. It's not flower, it's coming into flower buds. And then I have an iris here, but I'm not sure how well the iris is going to do, because it's very shady, and it's out here before, but it's very densely planted, and they do like their roots to be exposed to the sun. So we'll see how it does. If it doesn't thrive, I will move it somewhere sunnier. I have planted loads of alliums this year. I've got purple sensation, which are covered in flower buds, and then I have all sorts of other ones. This one has got a flower bud as well. I can't remember which ones I bought actually. I bought Powder Puff, Karvinskiensis, Christophii. The other one is like a star, huge. I can't remember the name of it now. Anyway, they'll be absolutely beautiful, and hopefully I'll make a video later on so you can see the alliums. There I got Virginia Overture, absolutely stunning. And beside it, it's a tulipa called Apricot Parrot. And then the other one is Rainbow Parrot. Absolutely stunning. And then in that pot, they're kind of going over. They are Daffodils Frosty Snow. And then above it, I have a hazel tree. My hazel tree. I bought a hazel tree. I have two actually. One is for the back. And then here at the front, I have a silver leaf. Silver Age. Primula Silver Age. Tulips are kind of going over. Another Epimedium rubrum, I think that one is called. But pink flower, very pretty. Then I have another heuchera, another couple of heucheras actually. Again, don't know the names of them. Now one is kind of purpley and the other one is more browny color. And beside it, there is Walter's Gift hardy geranium. And the yellow spiky leaf is Milum effusum. Then I have a Solomon seal, and then behind it I got a Lamian, which has got the most beautiful silver foliage. And then going round, I've got Gallium odoratum growing right underneath this cloud-pruned dogwood. As you can see, it's cloud-pruned. And right underneath it is quite shady, and anything that's tall gets absolutely ruined in the wind. So I planted Gallium odoratum under there, thinking that will just make form a carpet there. It was always a problem corner down there. I have one of those silver foliage plant there, I can't remember the name of. And then I got some lilies, double lilies, tiger lilies, very pretty. They grow really tall, like almost as tall as the fence. Around here I've got another geum which I grew from seed. It's got a lovely yellow flower. And then I have, I forgot to say here, I got a geranium phaeum called Joseph Green, absolutely beautiful. And then for later on in a year I'll have an aster, a dwarf one, which again is very pretty and flowers very profusely. And it is huge. I maybe need to split that one a bit. Then here I've got a new geranium called Summerball, and beside it that docking leaf plant is Persicaria bistorta superba, that's it. And that plant is very good in tricky situations. So as you can see, it's growing right in the base of the cloud-pruned dogwood, and it works really well. The Persicaria sits just about here, and you can see it, and then the cloud of foliage above it looks really pretty. And more tulips. Again, I have Sloa here, and then Rainbow Parrot and Apricot Parrot. More Sloa here. And then I have one called Cairo, that orangey one there, beautiful. This one I'm not sure which one it is actually. And the ones behind, the very red ones, are Ronaldo. I've got an aconite there just coming into flower, and the tree behind it, it's a Cornus mas. Now this tall plant here with yellow flowers is called Isatin Victoria. It's a biennial, very architectural plant. I absolutely love it. Beside the aconite I have grass, Camagrostis, brachy something. And then beside it I got Knotia, Ciplaria gigantea, the giant scabious. And then beside it I got, as you can see, they're very, very intertwined and mingled into each other, because I like dense planting. It's a Globe Echinops. And then in front here with the strappy leaves and looking quite sad for itself, it's Iris confusa, and it's got flower buds, as you can see there. It looks a bit sad because it's evergreen and it stays all over winter, but it's got flower buds, so I'm very excited to see that. This is the first time it's been flowering. And at the base of this pot, right, surrounded by this, the pot is surrounded by these strappy leaves, is an Iris iberica. And in front of it I got obviously a self-sown acollegia that there's a seed everywhere. I got another heuchera in amongst the foliage of all the bulbs. There's lots of bulbs, but the bulbs die back and the heuchera stays for the rest of the year looking lovely. So I just put up with the foliage for a few weeks. By mid-May I can pull them all out. They will have done the job, because the foliage is usually from Chinodoxa and crocuses and alliums, and the alliums usually die back anyway. And then this strappy leaf here with kind of hairs on it, it's a beautiful borage. It's a perennial borage, Borago pygmea is the name. Very pretty, blue flowers, bell kind of flowers. Here I got a mixture of Muscaria latifolium and Spanish bluebells and a lovely Primula ballerina cream. And then beside it is Geum totally tangerine, and then further up it's a geranium, Mavis Simpson, and allium and some sedum, and beside it is an eryngium, and that clover leaf plant is Trifolium oceolocon. And I'm not going to chat anymore about all the plants, because as you can see there's so many fitted in this space and I only have 2 minutes to do the video, so I'm just going to quickly show you this border so we can finish it. We have an arch, so I'm coming through an arch and the washing line is still out. As you can see, I didn't stage my garden. As you can see it exactly how it is, because it's just no point just now to tidy. So, well, I do tidy, but the washing line has not been put away. I got peony here, I got roses, I got tulips, I got iris, I got allium, I got Phlomis russelliana. You can hardly see it because again I have lots of bulbs. Beautiful tulips, lots and lots of them. I got a lovely crab apple there called Laura, a nice clematis Annabelle, and a Badleya at the back, and a rose. This is our barbecue area. Another thing I like to do is make a wall art with succulents. I had to redo this one this spring because vine weevil got into it, so that's why it's staying here. Once it's all rooted, I put it on my shade. I have to show you these tulips. These are called La Belle Opaque Epoch. They are absolutely stunning. And then the other ones are Hollywood Star. Then we have Brownie. And this one is Watali. It's a species tulip, absolutely stunning. There's more Ronaldo. Another Ronaldo. And then at the back I have rainbow parrot and apricot parrot. More rainbow parrot, and then the white one there is white lizard. The peachy color one is apricot beauty, and then the one with two-tone colors is flaming spring green. That one is not quite in flower yet, it's only just starting to come. It's got the most beautiful pink through it. And I just love the way the Ronaldo tulips are picking up on the flower buds of the Malus, the crab apple Laura, and on the rose leaves. And yes, there's so many perennials in here. There's oriental poppies, there's salvias, there's eryngium, there is Antriscus sylvestris, there's monarch.